opening statement from Coach Jones.
All right, another tough game. Just like any other conference game, I guess. Morgan, credit to them. They came out with a physical game plan. I think that they came out. It was bothering us a little bit, with their physicality, but we were able to fight through it, and we had a pretty good offensive game. Defensively, leave some things to desire, but offensively, probably had one of our better offensive games in the conference.
I know after the Coppin game, you said you felt like that was an ugly win. How'd you feel like? What adjective would you use to describe tonight's win?
Probably the last 6 minutes turned ugly, because our turnovers just was ridiculous. We had 4 turnovers at half. We finished with 18. So, and it's not like they changed up anything really. So, it got ugly down the stretch, I would say.
You mentioned to the point of channeling the energy. There's a point in the game where the technical fouls happened early in the game, and then you guys came out after those technical fouls, after they sorted everything out, and you guys went on a little bit of a run. You were able to channel the energy, and then when Philly dropped the dude off, you were able to feed off the energy instead of like before. Really, one of the points you had mentioned was just like not really feeding off the energy, trying to do too much in certain situations, but you were able to feed off energy and produce a lot in the first half as a team. So how does that feel to see your team do that?
It was good. You gave me a loaded question, man. Like a loaded baked potato. You gave me that question, man. Like cheese and bacon and everything on that one, man. That was damn, I don't even know what the hell you said, it was good to be in. First half was a good half. Also, we got to figure out something to get the crowd into it a little bit more. The crowd. It was a good crowd. We had 3,000 people there or whatever. But it was like, for a student crowd, it was like wine and cheese crowd. Like, I don't know if we got to give out T-shirts or do some kind of fire or something. But it's like they were just sitting there most of the game, and stuff like that till the end when they said to warm up the bus stuff or whatever. But I appreciate all of them coming out, though. I will say that. Appreciate all the students are coming out. But, first half, we played a pretty good first half. The thing that I didn't like about the whole game, really, was that we allowed them to shoot 50% almost for the whole game. Both halves. And that's what we do. We was holding teams at 37.7% in conference, and then they just came and shot 50. Although we shot 50 as well, but at the same time, we want to shoot 50, but we don't want to give up 50. So that was kind of consistent throughout, and I didn't really enjoy that throughout the game, let's just say.
Rel finished with 17. I felt like there was a stretch there where he could not be stopped whenever he got the ball down to him. Ball to him down low.
Yeah.
What did you see from him tonight, and how he kind of took advantage of what they were giving him?
Yeah, Rel started to come along. Right now he's being utilized way more than he's ever been utilized in his whole career, and he's stepping up to the challenge. That was a big game for 17-6. Do you have any blocks? No blocks, but 17-6. That might have been a career high. I think for him. It got to be right. So yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
Career high, probably. But he showed his prowess down there, and like I told him before, if he can step up along with Coel and Isaiah and things like who was out with injury tonight, we're going to be a tough out because we know we got the guards to compete with anybody in the league. So if we're able to get the bigs and things like that to step up a little bit more, which he did, then I think we're going to be a real tough out.
I know you can't react too much as the head coach when Philly drops a guy off like he did on the third possession of the game. Just what was your reaction when you saw that happen?
I didn't realize that, it was like the guy was falling in slow motion. It's like I didn't even realize the guy was even falling, so I really didn't have any reaction, honestly. I'm from New York City, man. I done seen people get dropped all the time, man. So that's really nothing. Yeah.
You got other guys coming off the bench, particularly Allen Betran producing. Jamar these last couple of games, struggled a little bit today. He had 14 points, but 8 for 8 from the line, but 2 from 11 from the field with 6 turnovers. So I'm curious what that conversation to him is like.
Yeah, he's still struggling. We got to get him out of struggling. I think the thing is that he got to realize that in the non-conference, people wasn't really keying in on him. He came in the conference with such fanfare, which was rightfully so. But now teams are all over him, and he got to adjust to the physicality. He got to adjust to the schemes, and it's just going to have to be us through conversation, try to get him better.
Good.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we have Tyrell Blayton, season high 17 points with 6 rebounds, 8 for 10 from the floor, as well as Allen Betran, 16 points. Michael, you can start us off.
Yes, after Saturday's game, Jones said he felt like that was an ugly win. Just what y'all thought. What adjective would you use to describe tonight's win after that one?
Definitely similar to the win we had the other day. But like we always say, like ugly wins is better than pretty losses. Definitely some things that we got to be more mature about on the floor, and we're gonna get back to practice and fix them before Dale State for sure.
Like piggyback off what he said. I want to say it was like Coppin State game, but I feel like our defense could have been much better. I feel like our offense picked up. We made more shots tonight, so we was kind of feeling them. We was kind of feeling that, so we wasn't really playing as much defense. But other than that, we gonna be good.
Coach Jones, something Coach Jones has mentioned is like getting the team to channel y'all energy when big games and big moments in the game happen. And then today, the technical fouls, and then you guys were able to come out and play as a team after those technical fouls and go on a decent run. So, what was the thought process, going in that timeout during the technical fouls? What was the conversation like? And then how did you guys come out? What was the game plan coming back out to win?
Well, my biggest thing I've been preaching it really all week is just us being maturity during them times of adversity. The way this conference is, we're gonna be facing a lot of adversity this season. So I mean, like throughout our practices, throughout our games, like I definitely try and stress like the fact that we got to be mature, we got to stay locked in, and just don't let nothing throw us off our original game plan. Really.
Yeah, we knew it was gonna be a physical game. We knew they was gonna come here trying to start stuff with us mentally because they can't beat us physically. So we already knew that was gonna happen. So it was just about us controlling our emotions and coming back out and play as a team.
I want to get y'all's reaction when Philly dropped that dude on like the second or third possession.
Hey, great play, man. Great play. Hey, my man Philly, number 0, man. He does what he does. He puts a lot of work in. So it's definitely was exciting. First play of the game. It's definitely nice to see him rewarded for the work he puts in. So I mean, ecstatic is what I would describe my feeling during that play.
Yeah, I was hyped. I ain't gonna lie, I was hyped. That got me going. I was kind of sitting on the bench a little like this. He got me up. I ain't gonna lie. That turned me up right there.
I feel like that moment, and there were several other ones where the crowd really popped, and I feel like the energy from the crowd really factored in tonight. Just how would you guys, how do y'all felt that kind of played in tonight, and how you think the crowd was?
Oh man, I definitely was digging the crowd tonight. I mean, every time they come out to the games, I mean, of course we appreciate their support, so we're trying to give them something to come back for. It's definitely nice to hear them a lot more lively during these games and really give us that home court advantage that Eccles gives us when we play at home. So.
Yeah, like you said, I love the crowd there. I love playing at home because the crowd just be so into it, the music, everything just be feeling right. So I don't know. I love the crowd.
Well, you had 17. I kind of felt like as there were spurts where they couldn't stop you at all down low. How did you feel, personally, when they were kind of giving you the ball in the post, and how do you feel about your performance?
I felt good about my performance tonight. Any performance I have that ends up in a win, I feel good about it. I've been putting in a lot of reps, and my teammates are finding me. So, I mean, I'm just grateful that I can make things work out tonight.
And then for both of y'all, kind of along the lines of what you were talking about earlier with the defense, you guys got outscored in the second half, but you still ended up winning by 10. Was that, you think, was more of a result of the fact that you guys got up there early in the first half, or was it, your defense might have faltered for a little bit out of the half, but you bowed up and kept you guys in it?
I mean, Morgan State offensively is a high-powered team. So, I mean, they were hitting some shots. That's when it comes down to us really locking in and playing defense like you were saying. So, I mean, our game plan the rest of the half was just kind of really trying to bite down and get stops.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to what he said about maturity. We was hitting a couple shots, so they were just pushing it up the court while we celebrating and they just getting layups and stuff. So it's about us just playing under control. We can celebrate, but get back, It's about us doing a little stuff.
That's all we good,
Appreciate it,
fellas.
guys.
Thank you,
Thanks.
fellas. Appreciate y'all.